Hi Capricorn, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Weekly Tarot for the week of November 20th through November 26th. Just a reminder, a quick recap, your extended November, which will be linked at the end of this video, was really about having a immense power to change the collective with our personal shadow work. Obviously, Capricorns, you are attached to the Capricorn paradigm that is currently crumbling. And we are seeing the Capricorn paradigm shadow right now. So I do believe that the more Capricorns that can do their personal shadow work, the less power the Capricorn paradigm shadow has, okay? Now, this isn't saying that Capricorn energy is negative. That's not the point. But just energetically speaking, you've been getting a lot of messages to tackle that shadow work and to stop bringing the past into the future or into the present, right? What is it? Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, okay? And so you really need to get out of your head and really tune into your heart. And I do think the best way to do that is to heal your inner child, okay? All of us have healing to do when it comes to our inner child. All of us are being asked to continually work on our shadow work. It's not something, you read a book and then you're done, right? Like, it's an everyday thing. Triggers are always going to be there. Your shadow is always going to be there. It's a part of you. It's not something you get rid of, okay? So that's a big lesson here. Yeah, because your inner child, like, they really want you to be exactly who you're meant to be and stop focusing on the what ifs. That way of thinking, if we can let that come to an end, that's when the King of Coins comes out, right? I really believe, like, the Ten of Swords here is the King of Coins. This is where he's like, all right, fine, I'm done, right? And, like, I surrender, okay? I surrender in that fresh start. And once they surrender and they do that shadow work, that's where the King of Coins can be unlocked. Okay, so also too, if you hear any other like noises, I do have my daughter homesick. We are both sick. This is the first time almost in a year though that I've caught anything that she's brought home from school, so I'm pretty impressed. But yeah, just do pay attention to that because you might hear some noises. All right, so Sagittarius season starts this week, and that is on the 22nd. I really think that things are going to start moving really quickly with Sagittarius season, and the best way to do that is to shift our perspective, prepare to move in a new direction. We got to get rid of this negative thinking, all right? That doubt, that fear that comes from this change. I'm getting like Capricorn's your earth, right? You get stuck in your energy, if you will. And like, we just need to surrender, all right? We just need to surrender to being liberated. Because too, I'm getting like this idea of like, so you don't want the earth doesn't want to move, right? Well, with the power that water has coming in, that's when mudslides happen and the earth has no choice but to move because of the water's power. So I would really pay attention to anywhere that you have water placements too, because if there is resistance to movement in those areas, you might be getting some I don't want to say pushback, but kind of, yeah, maybe that is the word I want, is some pushback when it comes to the resistance, right? Because we don't want to resist right now. Though with Saturn direct in Pisces, hard work and compassion, not only compassion for others, but compassion for ourselves, like that's really what's going to get us moving forward. Like, you're getting a lot of signs to embrace that water energy. Yeah, you got to liberate yourself. There's something you're just refusing to see or to do that is so liberating. And again, it comes from your shadow. It comes from that inner child. So whatever it is, Capricorn's giving you a big Pisces hug. All right. I think that we should get into it, okay? All right, let's see what we got for Capricorns for November 20th through November 26th, 2023. Also, don't forget, next week, full moon in Gemini, all right? Accepting differences of opinions to move forward as a collective. It's going to be very important, all right? Yeah, that biggest liberation comes from, it's okay. I'm sorry. I just got to tell you this. This is like one of those weeks where the message is for the collective to work together. And I do think that it's because of that full moon in Gemini, right? And us needing to unite together to harming none, helping all. Like we can all coexist, loving energy, because everybody's shuffle has had this succinct message of like, these are the steps to take you to liberation. And yours is really connected to water energy and the King of Cups, like being the like ultimate, like your north, go to your north node, see what your north node is. But there's something connected to the King of Cups like that. I don't want to say final destination because like there is no final destination when it comes to any of this. But it's this idea of like this nurturing, reliable father energy. And so if this could be, take it how it resonates. This could be you, masculine, feminine, like it doesn't matter. However you identify. This could be even like a lack of a certain father energy, right? And then that, all right, Capricorn, sorry about that, but my daughter's cough is not probably going to be pleasant. So if I have to stop a few times, I do apologize. So I don't even remember what I was talking about, but it's me and my Gemini moon rising. But all right, let's see here. So last week's energy coming into this week is the Six of Coins. And this is really contemplating your relationship with money. I even think that you might have gotten this last week. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that there was something here when it comes to getting out of your head and into your heart and shifting. But this is something that was activated with that full moon in Taurus lunar eclipse that we had at the end of October. So there's something here when it comes to your relationship with money and that shifting. Now, the Page of Swords this week is interesting because, again, we have Sagittarius season starting. And this is the idea of needing to make a choice on how we speak and how we communicate, right? Because I do think that there's a lot of influence from your inner child that I'm getting this sense of triggers, you know what I mean? And like even our thoughts, okay? And this could be the influence of a child in your life where it's activating certain triggers. So take that how it resonates, but there's definitely an influence here on needing to be careful on how you speak your truth, okay? Because well, we're going to clarify, but it's interesting too, because I like that there's like these two swords, you know what I mean? Like I'm getting like, you've been getting this a lot too. You have all of these two, like these splits, like you can either do this or you can do this. And this is going to take you back to the cycle of what you had. And then this is going to take you moving forward. Excuse me. So there's a lot when it comes to choices for you Capricorns, and so much of it is connected to your inner child and to children. So if you do have children too, Capricorn, this is very heavily influenced with your children. If you have two children, you know, take that how it resonates. But there's something here with your child and inner child. And what I find fascinating is next week's energy is the Queen of Cups, all right? This is nurturing mother energy. This is being in the flow. This is that water that I was talking about. Like you really need to find ways to incorporate the water for healing. And this is practical, honest, caring, you know what I mean? Like empathetic, feminine energy. So even if you identify as male, like you still need to have feminine energy. And if you are a female, you identify as female, you still need to have that masculine, you know, swords energy, right? Like, so there's just this, there's really a sense of needing to have that balance, okay? And Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius, you know, so I find that fascinating too. Like, I think this is all about bringing your life back into balance in some way, okay? So let's clarify these, because also too, like the idea with needing to accept the differences of opinions, like there's also some Pisces energy with these fish. So let's clear. All right, let's see why the Six of Coins is here last week for Capricorns. Also go back to the full moon in Taurus that was at the end of October and really take a look at events that happened around that time, because there might be something to unlock with that energy when it comes to that. Okay, and it's definitely connected to, wow, it's definitely connected to Saturn, all right? So let's see, connected to your subconscious, okay? This is also connected to your shadow, like these fears, all right? And while the moon can get you connected to your intuition, it can also get you connected to like delusional thinking, right? Like these fears and blocks that come from our shadow. And there's something about a choice. Like I said, you keep getting these choices, but you want to take the choice that follows a new path, okay? This is Saturn and Pisces energy. Remember, Saturn turned direct in Pisces on the 4th. Like there are challenges here that are trying to get you to kind of like get your stuff together, if you will, okay? But there is, in all of this, again, it's water. There's so much water here. So much of this is to some sort of conscious evolution, and it's an emotional healing that you need to embrace, and it's definitely connected to your inner child. Also, see what your moon sign is. Like, please definitely watch that. If this is your moon sign, this is a very important message for you, okay? Like when it comes to your emotions. But let's see why the Page of Swords is here this week for Capricorns. Okay, why is the Page of Swords here this week for Capricorns? Why is the Page of Swords here this week for Capricorns? Okay. That is too many cards. So, why is the Page of Swords here this week for Capricorns? All right, why is the Page of Swords here this week for Capricorns? Also, I gotta go back, because the 8 of Cups, you see Pisces, and this is ruled by Saturn and Pisces, but that's clearly the moon, and you have the moon here, and they're both reaching up. Like there's something to activate with your moon sign. And like I said, there's something to shift that energy with that 6 of Coins there. Apparently I needed to say that for this to go. Wow, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so a reminder too that the court cards are people in our lives that can be ourselves as well. And you have, for the Page of Swords, a clarifier of the Knight of Swords and the Devil. All right, the Knight of Swords is needing to make choices that are based in logic and rationality. So like I said, there's something with energy last week of these fears, and like paranoia actually came to mind, okay? But the Knight of Swords, be mindful of that, okay? Because last week's energy of the new moon in Scorpio is risk-taking and impulsive behavior. And if you have your shadow doing that, you got to be very mindful of that. But I'm getting this sense of like you have this idea of like what you need to stand up for and what you need to, like this sense of justice. But it's coming from your shadows, like, it's coming from your shadows' power over you, Capricorns. And so, like I said, I mean, this is Capricorn energy. The Devil is ruled by Capricorn. This is your fear. This is your shadow side. And you are unfortunately letting it dictate your decision-making. You're letting it dictate how you think, how you speak. Okay, so there's really something to clear when it comes to that. And a reminder, Sagittarius season is forward-moving energy, all right? So we really want to be aligned with a healed shadow before we act impulsively. So let's clarify the Queen of Cups next week. Why is the Queen of Cups here? Oh. Yeah, there's something about the rules of, okay, because obviously Capricorns, you are in earth energy, you know, that structure and hard work and, you know, keep plugging away. You have the Emperor here. So this is very fascinating to see this water and this like masculine. It was what I said. You need to, I love this. You need to embrace the feminine and the masculine. Like, thank you for clarifying that. As, I mean, if this was the Empress, it would be even more clarification. But like, you need to have the balance of your masculine and your feminine. Neither one can overpower the other. No matter how you identify, if you identify female, you have to have this confidence, this authority, right? This structure. If you identify masculine, you have to allow the water in too, into the earth. This is so cool. All right, Capricorns, if you do like this reading, please do subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. I know this is a chaotic reading this week, but you know what? Like, I'm personally not allowing the resistance to prevent me from these readings, so take it how it resonates, but sorry if you hear my poor little angel up there coughing away. It's been a rough couple months, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's see what empowering question we have for Capricorns. I mean, maybe it will be like comforting knowing that we're all going through it, right? We're all in the thick of it, all right, Capricorns? It's just that your energy is attached to that Capricorn paradigm. So it might just feel more like you're in your physical, you know, world, if you will, right? Some of us, it's just more energetic. Okay, let's see. Let's get an empowering question for Capricorns for the week of November 20th through November 26th. Oh, my poor daughter. So she's a Leo too. And Leos energetically have been going through it. All right, this is a great clarifier for you to ponder on. Am I focusing more on what my life looks like than on what it feels like? I love this because I do think this is really connected to your shadow, because again, the devil, understanding the nature of appearances, the Capricorn paradigm shadow right now showing itself. Feeling, emotions, water. Am I focusing more on what my life looks like than what it feels like? I love this, Capricorns. That is the best empowering question you could have this week. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Obviously, check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the week ahead, and have a really wonderful, hopefully cleansing week ahead.